So after my accident, I needed something positive to focus on, and I decided to join this yoga teacher training. It was a 8-month-long yoga teacher training. I was still in my wheelchair. I didn't know how it would go. I was actually really nervous about being in a yoga studio because yoga has been my lifeline throughout life.
And I walked in on the first day and I saw this woman in a wheelchair, and she had these bars that were sticking out of her pelvis. I could just tell that she was in this zone where she would have her eyes closed and she'd be moving her arms, or sometimes she wouldn't be moving at all, but she was just like so focused on the energy of yoga. So I immediately became like fascinated with her.
She became really interested in possibly doing some kind of a documentary. I felt very introverted and didn't really want to put myself out there in that way. But I had this thing about, really wanting to give back in some huge way to Search and Rescue for the gift that they gave me of, actually living through this. So I started thinking about what would it be like to do this documentary, and if we could make it about Search and Rescue and make that be the goal, maybe I could put myself out there for someone else, It started as a couple girls in a living room with an idea.
But as we started getting more interviews and getting more content, it was like, we can't tell this story in 10 minutes as we originally intended. Like, there's so much here and there's so much for people to learn that it just grew and grew and grew. And we've now been working on this for almost 4 years.
Now we are in this position where we feel like we have something really profound that is moving and inspiring and can connect an audience that doesn't know anything about Search and Rescue to your mission in a way that will make them want to give. The impact to me seems so much larger. It's not just about exposing Search and Rescue. It's about teaching people about the opportunity to be a volunteer and what that is in your journey. I think that we need more of that right now in the world. We need inspiration. We need something to feel good about.
Hearing her talk about the growth that came from it and who she is now in some weird roundabout way, I'm almost looking forward to being presented with a challenge where I can learn and grow and become a stronger person.
I feel like it's a journey that everyone goes through. It doesn't matter if you've fallen off a mountain. You don't have to have gone through a challenge in your life. You can step back from what you're going through and see it from a bird's eye view. You can give yourself a little bit of space to be curious about what you're seeing there. You may find out things about yourself that you didn't know, maybe things you didn't want to see. You may find out that you're a heck of a lot stronger than you thought you were. Even though I feel like I'm beat down and the world is weighing on my shoulders, if I can start to see the love that's surrounding me and focus on being grateful for those aspects, then there's just a widening of perspective.